What's up, there? We just back up in the short. Yeah, I'm just coming here, just turn the camera on. We about to get into this thing. For today, we got some for both sides of the fence, the males and the ladies. You know what I'm saying? But it's just respect to respect. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta make sure we give it to each other. So, but check this out. Check this out. And I ain't gonna say nothing else. My fellas, for y'all, my ladies, we love y'all too. But we all got that right. Check it out. Check it out.
Gonna take care of a woman, man, you should be able to do what you want to do. Ain't no way you taking care of everything for a woman and you can't do what you want to do. I tell dudes like this all the time. How am I a rich, multi-millionaire, famous individual, and then I'll get with a woman and she gonna tell me I can't have other women? Why did I work so hard to get this money and be free to turn around and put myself in handcuffs by this woman who didn't sacrifice to get to where I was? Why? Because psychologically, I don't understand my value. That don't make no sense. Wake up to your value. How many women is it out there who are looking for a man to take care of them? I bet you 100 women, they all raise their hand. I want somebody to take care of me. But how many dudes out there is saying they want to take care of a woman? They ain't too many. So who's more valuable? You can find 1,000 women who want to be taken care of, but you can only find a certain amount of dudes willing to take care of a woman, which makes the man more valuable.
Hold up. Game God Goldie jumped right into it. I understand his standpoint. I understand his level of thinking. And yeah, yeah, it's not for everybody. But, you know what I'm saying, for those that it is for, I mean, he's spitting some game. You know, it's not for everybody, but those that it is for, he is spitting some game. For sure, for sure.
So all I'm saying is when you more valuable, you make the rules. But these dudes is more valuable and they letting the woman who's less valuable make the rules. It don't make no sense. Man, these dudes is living quiet lives of desperation, letting a woman talk to them crazy while they pay all the bills.
We doing that, fellas? But ladies, this segment is not for y'all. But if y'all want to take some notes, I mean, please do so. I'm about to rewind and let him just go through it one more time. Let me just do that. So I'm gonna let it go through one more time, and I'm not gonna stop it at all. Just peep the game you saw about dudes.
Gonna take care of a woman, man, you should be able to do what you want to do. Ain't no way you taking care of everything for a woman and you can't do what you want to do. I tell dudes like this all the time. How am I a rich, multi-millionaire, famous individual, and then I'll get with a woman and she gonna tell me I can't have other women? Why did I work so hard to get this money and be free to turn around and put myself in handcuffs by this woman who didn't sacrifice to get to where I was? Why? Because psychologically, I don't understand my value. That don't make no sense. Wake up to your value. How many women is it out there who are looking for a man to take care of them? I bet you 100 women, they all raise their hand. I want somebody to take care of me. But how many dudes out there is saying they want to take care of a woman? They ain't too many. So who's more valuable? You can find 1,000 women who want to be taken care of, but you can only find a certain amount of dudes willing to take care of a woman, which makes the man more valuable. So all I'm saying is when you more valuable, you make the rules. But these dudes is more valuable and they letting the woman who's less valuable make the rules. It don't make no sense. Man, these dudes is living quiet lives of desperation, letting a woman talk to them crazy while they pay all the bills. You know, going up to women and tricking off because they don't recognize the value in themselves. Man, I'm all about waking dudes up to their own value and teaching them how to build their value. Work out, eat right, build yourself, put your time and energy into yourself, pour into yourself first so you can give from strength. Recognize your value. A man has value. Where is a man's value predicated on his capability, his competency? Where's a woman's value based on? It's based on her looks, and looks fade. So how can somebody whose value is based on something destined to go away, more valuable than somebody who can have value?
Y'all cannot tell me he didn't drop any gems. You cannot tell me he didn't drop gems. The first part of it, I mean, for me personally, I'm cool without having multiple joints, but the value part of it, how you value yourself, you know what I'm saying, how you look at yourself in society, how you carry yourself in your own household, how you implement your leadership in your household. Are you being quiet? Are you just sitting back, just taking shit when you don't have to take shit, mug in the house, talking to you all crazy? Definitely face to face disrespecting you. We not built like that. We not that type of people. You feel me? Respect is on two levels. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna earn it or you're gonna demand it. You know what I'm saying? And there's ways to demand respect without, really getting violent. It's just you just stand on your morals and your principles. But first you gotta have some. You feel me? So you make sure you understand how you want your house to be ran. Of course, make sure it's ran fair and ran just, but also have your joy, your peace in the situation as well too. And thereby respect each other, and we gonna live a happy life, live and let live for sure. Let's keep going, guys.
You until the age of 70 if they competent. So I'm just telling men, hey man, wake up to your value.
I'm sorry. Let me go back one more thing. What he said was the last few things he said was really really key, and that's kind of why I gravitated to his conversation, and I like exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we can sit back. We can. They say happy wife, happy life type shit. Um, if if you go on those values, those principles, that means you're gonna be doing everything this person is saying to do, trying to make them happy. Then what if you run across a person that is not happy at all and never was happy? You know what I'm saying? You still be running in circles trying to make them happy, and they don't know what the fuck make them happy. So that's not fair to anybody in a relationship. So of course, today's age we say a happy house, happy spouse, happy house. So that means both people giving 100%, making sure they living intentful for each other. But this last portion, I do want to run back again.
How to build their value, work out, eat right, build yourself, put your time and energy into
Hold
yourself,
on.
pour into
I'll do the whole thing because this is important for men, for sure, for sure.
is living quiet lives of desperation, letting a woman talk to them crazy while they pay all the bills. You know, going up to women and tricking off because they don't recognize the value in themselves. Man, I'm all about waking dudes up to their own value and teaching them how to build their value. Work out, eat right, build yourself, put your time and energy into yourself, pour into yourself first so you can give from strength. Recognize your value. A man has value. Where is a man's value predicated on his capability, his competency? Where's a woman's value based on? It's based on her looks, and looks fade. So how can somebody whose value is based on something destined to go away more valuable than somebody who can have value until the age of 70 if they competent? So I'm just telling men, hey man, wake up to your value.
So I wanted to share this with you all, and I'm probably going to catch some heat for it, but I decided to go ahead and be open about it. So there's a couple that I helped a couple of months back in regards to the relationship, right?
That story is crazy.
And
I'm gonna let it play through.
I knew that it wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I couldn't tell them that it wasn't going to work. I just had to.
All right, her story is very interesting, and it's basically her giving counseling to the husband and the wife. So she was equally giving them both the right information, I feel. And she wasn't biased to one side. She was really, really trying to make sure that they grew together as a couple together. But check out her advice and what exactly happened.
To do whatever I could, give them as many exercises to practice, to utilize in a relationship, to implement, to see if it could work. But I knew deep down in my heart that it probably wasn't going to work, right? And I'm only saying this because I know a lot of times women feel like they can do no wrong. And the crazy thing about it is the man is in an outstanding relationship now. And the woman, it's not. She's suffering. She's going through it. So she reached out to me, and this is the story I want to tell you guys. So she goes, Kitty, I did everything that you told me to do, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, I've talked to this man already. He's reached out to me. And everything that I taught them, everything I told them, utilize, implement, he's doing it now in the relationship that he is in. That was just the wrong woman. And I'm sorry, baby, if you see this video, I know I've already told you, you were just not the woman. So she asked me, Kitty, what did I do wrong? And I said, do you want me to be raw with you? And she said, yes. Okay. So I told her, okay, you had this princess syndrome where you felt like it always had to be me, 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 and everything that I said went. And that if I was not right, he was not going to be happy. You belittled him. You emasculated him. I said, you didn't watch your tone. You reacted before you responded. You didn't take time to comprehend what it was that he was saying. And he heard you nagging instead of actually listening. You waited to play that number plus one game. Okay, this is a number of things that you have done to me that he's telling you. And then you say, well, this is a number of things that you have done to me plus one. You had a warped mindset to where you believe that, hey, it's going good right now and I need a little bit of attention. So bad attention is better than no attention. Instead of understanding that now you are transitioning into a healthier space. So there's going to be peace. It is going to be serene, but you didn't know how to adapt to peace and serenity because of your chaos from your childhood and your past traumas. You brought those into this relationship and you blamed him for the mistakes of your partner. I asked her, do you want me to continue? Because the list can go on. And everything that I told you to do, as you're saying you did it, you did not. You went back to what it is that you knew. And she said, well, Kitty, can I get him back? You can't get him back. You lost him, and you should not be worrying about getting a partner back until you fix yourself. And the only way to fix yourself, as I always say, ladies, is to be accountable for your shit. And I understand It sucks when they move on. But I'm glad that he moved on because he was ready.
He was ready.
It was the right time for him, and you were the wrong person.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna stop it real quick, because she said a number of things, man, that hit home with a lot of fellas, a lot of couples, should I say, not just fellas, but a lot of couples. A lot of times one person is ready, the other person isn't. As an older gentleman myself, uh, definitely ready, definitely ready. But you do run into people who are not, and that's so unfortunate for the whole situation because I feel like it is time lost. And you do this dance of who's right, who's wrong, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and attitude is altitude, even in a relationship, on a job or in life, your attitude takes you to new heights or to different or open up new doors. But even in a relationship, your attitude has to be right as well too, because you never know how the other person is perceiving a behavior. The biggest thing is if your partner or the person that you're with tells you that, hey, you coming off a little brash, or why you acting that way, that means that it's something that they see or that's being transmitted over to them that the person is doing it don't recognize. So it's just really just stepping back, apologizing, re recanting the situation to make sure that you're doing the right thing. I mean, it's almost that easy, but of course, life is habits, things, everything comes into account when you talk about relationships and stuff. So let me stop talking, stop rambling. But let's go ahead and go to the next clip. Let me see. This chick right here is truly an advocate for men. Nothing against my ladies. Love you guys. Love y'all to life. But I think it's pretty dope for it's almost like you have your own kind pulling you on the carpet, setting, putting the fire to you, saying, "Hey, lady, this is what we do," or fellas, this is what we do, or this is what we're not doing. So I just think it's pretty interesting. Let's hear what you got to say.
You have to understand that you
Hold up.
have the man that you wanted. You have the man that you asked for. You have the man that you asked to make these sacrifices, yet you're not making the sacrifices. You wanted him to stop roaming the streets and actually be home more and be more of the person that you expected them to be, the person that they told you they were going to be. He's actually made the sacrifices. He's made himself readily available to you emotionally and psychologically and physically. What sacrifices have you made for him? You've asked him to stop hanging out with certain people. He's done that. Where is your sacrifice? Why are you still hanging out in the streets, but yet he's at home? Why is it that you have gotten the person that you said you've always wanted, and now you act like you don't know how to keep him? You act like you don't know how to treat him. You're not there for him psychologically. You don't support him. You criticize him.
Whew. Hold up. Let me let her breathe for a second. Let her breathe for a second. Cause she is dropping some shit for y'all. For all of us. All of us. I mean, the thing is that when you get advice like this, it's never about one side. It's about both sides because the things that one side don't give, the other side be like, "Oh shit, you're right. I do deserve more." Or this is happening to me. And the quicker you realize it, the quicker you can identify it, the quicker you can do something about it. Either you work through it, you find a resolve for it, or you get the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish.
You downplay what he does, his accomplishments. You down talk him in front of people. You talk about him to your friends and your aunties and your cousins. But this is the man that you wanted.
But you don't do. You don't take that shit to your family because they'll start hating that joker to life.
This is the man that you wanted, and now that you got him, you can't stay on social media showing your ass. You can't stop taking girls trips. How about How about you change your group of friends? How about you hang around people that have business ideas that you can go into investments with? How about you hang around people that want to take you to seminars and conferences to better your life, to better your mental space? How about you hang around people that actually hold you accountable? How about you hang around people that say like, oh girl, you was wrong when you said that about him. You was wrong when you did that to him. You need to go apologize. Now, girl, we can't hang out till you fix this with him. Ask him to make more time for you. He's done that. But yet you're not making time for him. You've asked for certain things, and he's done these things. So what is it that is stopping you from making a sacrifice for him? What is it that is causing you to sit up there and belittle him and disrespect him? What is it in you that causes you to put your friends and people on the outside looking in first before him? He's made sacrifices. He puts you first. He honors you. He respects you. He loves you. He takes care of that bedroom when it comes to you. He's there for you when you need to vent. But yet, you don't give him that same courtesy. You don't give him that same respect. How are you supposed to continue to create a bond with the person that you said that you wanted when you're never there? You sacrifice time for everybody else except for him. Is it that all of a sudden now you want to go outside so much? You bored. How is that when you done got the man that you wanted? Why aren't you at home making a house? Why aren't you at the house making a home out of what you said you wanted?
A lot of times when I'm not being biased. A lot of times when individuals, let's do that. Individuals get the thing that they think they wanted, they don't know how to receive it, if that makes sense. You may physically have it, but a lot of times you'll have something, but you haven't really received it. You haven't really like taken hold of it and really made it into what it could be. And that's unfortunate, but sometimes it takes time to get used to a certain thing. It's like, oh shit, I'm here, and you get that thing faster than you think. The Lord blesses you quicker than you think you would get it, or sometimes it takes time. But if you are in a situation to where you did get what you wanted, got that person that you wanted, got the life that you feel like you wanted, just reevaluate to make sure it's something you still want. A lot of times God gives us things that, all right, here, you asked for it, you wanted it, you I hate to say manifested it, but you believed in it, you asked for it, and you got it. It's just really what you want. So don't be afraid to reevaluate at any given moment. Life is a long journey. Heaven forbid you live a life that's unfruitful to yourself, or you miss the mark on what and the reason why you're really here because fooling with a situation, both sides of the fence that you're not supposed to be fooling with in the first place. Your situation could be somewhere else, but don't just drop everything. Just make sure you reevaluate the right things for you. I'm gonna go ahead and let her finish. I'm sorry.
Create an atmosphere for that man, for yourself. Create an atmosphere within yourself to where you're not gonna, and you don't have to be hard. Be soft and
Right.
sensual and sexy.
Yeah, pull them silk panties out. Men like them old fine, soft women because you women are so soft and like touching you. Man, our love language is physical touch for the most part. Almost every man's love language is physical touch because that's how we connect with our ladies. And the more we're able to do that, the more we're willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy. How we regulate that, how we set our limits as men, that's different in each situation because some women are receptive to it, some women ain't. Some people take advantage of it and use their good power use their powers for evil. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. But for the most part, we're pretty easy. But however, if we let it out all out for you, um, be respectful and reciprocate it back. You know what I'm saying? Let me let her finish. Sorry.
And sophisticated. Provide what he needs from you as his woman, as his person. Be slow to speak and quick to listen. There is nothing on this planet.
Sorry. When she just said slow to speak, um, quick to listen does not mean shut up and don't say nothing. What it is just listen to the whole thing, the whole conversation. And then, 'cause a lot of times, like with me, I can speak for myself. If I'm having a conversation, for some reason, my points are like last. I jump into it, try to analyze it, and go through each situation, make sure that logistically in my head is coming out right, and I get to my point last. So I have to learn. For me, I have to learn how to read my partner to know that they need the meat and the potatoes first, and not the sides. You know what I'm saying? First, so I just have to make sure it's just a different style of communication and how you listen and how you speak to each other. But you and your partner have to determine that.
Planet that can change you except for you. You're the only one that can change you. So you have to figure out whether you're going to make the sacrifice for yourself and for him, or whether you're going to lose that man. Because what happens is he's going to get tired of your crap, especially when he looks back and sees, when he reflects and sees like all the sacrifices that he's made for you, that
Facts.
he's made for the home, that he's made to make sure that you're good.
Right.
What
That
sacrifices are
is
you
true.
making for him? What behaviors are you correcting so that way you can keep him? Just something.
Yep. Don't think that everything is locked in. I mean, people want to be treated right. This day and age, man, time is fleeting. Life is like a vapor. That's what the Bible says. Life is like a vapor, and it's over so fast. And then you have people around you, um, maybe passing away or just something happening. You know what I'm saying? Life is so unpredictable, and the longer you live, the more life you're going to have. So you have to make sure that you're not wasting your time in situations, or at least correcting situations that you're in that is not beneficial to yourself or your partner.
To think about, ladies. Have a good day.
I forgot about you.
So when you come in contact with a man, it's his fault that you allowed your legs to be opened by him. It's his fault that he was able to manipulate you to make you believe that he was going to be there, even though you didn't watch for the red flags. You women want to play the victim. You women don't want to take accountability when y'all wrong. But let somebody come and say, well, the man's wrong. Y'all be like, there we go. There we go. You people do not know how to take your negativity when you're doing wrong. You don't know how to accept when you're wrong. Women are wrong. Women have been in control of the children for decades, and look at how the outcome has come. As a black woman, we are the issue. Y'all don't want to talk about the fact that you're walking around your house smacking on men. Y'all don't want to talk about the fact that you're running around trying to control a man, tell him where he can and cannot go. Y'all don't want to talk about that though, right? You don't want to talk about the fact that you allow your son to be emotional. Y'all don't want to talk about the fact that you tell your son when, where, how, and then your son grew up and they don't know how to move as a man because their mama was in control of their emotions.
She on fire over there. Woo. She on fire over there. Listen, this is gonna be a tough conversation. I want to know because what you are going to see in the comments are some women. I said some women, but if the men, she's not talking about the men. There's a reason she's saying what she's saying. And obviously it went over your head because you were so fixated on it's the men. But if the men was there, but if you would not have chose the men that was not going to be there. For those who don't understand, it does not start when he decides not to be there. Amen. You made a choice to mess with that man. That was the very first thing that happened. That's the very first domino that fell, was you decided to exchange numbers with this guy, whatever y'all went through, however y'all got to the bed. You made the first choice. Well, he walked up to you, but even if he approached you, you did not have to. All that being said, I see women complain about men all day long. And y'all say, men, they don't be there. Oh, don't say men don't be there. Say them, men, you've been around one there. Your daddy one there. See, you personalize it. Stop trying to say it's all men so you can feel better about the choices you made.
If If you don't feel the desire and the urge to make that man's life easier on a daily basis, stop playing with that man's time. Why are you playing with your own life like that? You know, life is more fun when you actually like your partner, right? Like when you like doing shit for that person. If you don't feel the desire and the urge to make that man's life easier on a daily basis, stop playing with that man's time. Why are you playing with your own life like that? You know, life is more fun when you actually like your partner, right? Like
anytime that man is sleeping.
All right, yeah, I'm going through clips. Um, just add, no, I just think it's pretty interesting just to get a different perspective. So I'm just gonna rewind her little part real quick, and then we get to a part of the video.
when you actually like your partner, right? Like
Anytime that man is sleeping and I feel his big man get to rising up and poking me and stuff, that mean he needs some special attention.
Word,
Gotta show him some love.
word.
Woman said to me the other day, what do you think is one of the number one dating problems? I said, if I tell you, you ain't gonna want to hear it. She said, no. I said, I'm gonna tell you. She said, what? I said, in most cases, a man has to change for a relationship because women want men to be a particular way. But anytime a man remotely tells them about themselves, of what they want, you have to accept them for them. And that's a problem. You want a grown person to change for you, but you're not willing to change for the grown up. In most cases, most men don't complain a lot about what they want. You talk about in most cases, lady, you get in your feelings, you're in denial. Unless you dated some very weak men. If you dated some very weak men, please do not jump in this conversation because you're going to use your very weak men and make that the standard. In most cases, most men complain less about what they want in relationships. And most women think they're better in relationships they are because most men don't complain as much.
So, babe, you said you was gonna take the trash out 20 minutes ago. What's going on?
Man, you can take it out yourself. You've been home all day, and that food better get cooked today too. I know that.
and I'll be the first to tell you, don't nobody care about that little armpit-sized coochie you got, ma'am. Sit your ass down. Why is it that we as women have this radar, this intellect, this intuition of when our man is sneaking or cheating or being shiesty? But you ain't got no intuition for when your man is unhappy or dissatisfied or going through some shit. I don't get it. Women are selfish as...
Hold up. He's right. He got intuition and everything else but the right shit. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I'm not gonna give a speech on it, but it's I mean that's just straightforward. Yeah, intuition for everything else but the right stuff.
Men constantly have to put their feelings on the back burner or suppress things or keep it pee to satisfy you, love. Why can't you equally do that for your man? It could be a woman's world, but it should be your man's world as well, babe.
Real talk.
The same way you want your partner to be able to sense when something is off within your space or your energy or a vibe. You mad, you irritated, you sad. You should be capable of doing the same thing. Y'all can't read the room because you don't care to.
Preach.
That's why all these relationships is fucked. Because you think it's cool and he unhappy as hell.
That's facts. She spoke a prolific message there. Her sermon was now the reason I brought this video the way it is because a lot of times as men we don't get a chance to say what we want to say because it's twisted. Now if you hear a lady say the things that we want to say and they say it for us, I mean there's really nothing else to be said. And it's not all about women bashing or this, that, or other. It's just having better relationships, and it's both sides of the fence. If we can have better relationships, and we both on both sides of the fence bring an intent to make it better for each other, the better everything will be. But this world is not allowing us to do that. They want us to be at discord. They want us to be at each other's head. They want us to separate. You know what I'm saying? Divide and conquer is basically what the agenda is, and it's going to twist everything up. They don't want marriage. They don't want unity. They want everybody to be at a frenzy. That way, short lives, stressed out, everything is worse for the long run. So they don't want us to come together. So let's get it together, people. Both sides of the fence. Let's finish up.
And I'll be the first to tell you, don't nobody...
Red flag number 3, she can't apologize. Now, a woman who can't apologize when she's wrong, that's more than just a stubborn personality trait. It's a sign of deeper issues with accountability and emotional maturity. And let me tell you why it's a major problem. Here's what's happening behind the scenes, so to speak, okay? When a woman or a person, anyone in general, refuses to apologize, it's often because they can't handle the vulnerability that comes with admitting that they're wrong. They're protecting their ego at all costs, even at the cost of your relationship. And guess what? A healthy relationship requires vulnerability. It requires two people who are willing to own up to their mistakes, learn from them, and grow together. Now you may be thinking, well, maybe she's just having a bad day, right? And sure, I mean, we all have bad days. We all have our moments. But if she never apologizes, if every argument somehow ends with her deflecting blame, it's a sign of a deeper issue, I'm telling you. Now, you'll start to notice patterns. No matter what happens, you're always the one making peace, trying to smooth things over. And it's exhausting. It's like you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict because you already know how it's going to end. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When someone can't apologize, they're telling you that their pride is more important than your feelings.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there, guys. I was gonna let it go right through, but a lot of times we just let the video play, we drift off and we don't really pay attention to what's being said. What she said was she dropped some gems, some big, big, big gems. So definitely rewind this section and listen over if you were distracted. So I'm gonna go and let it go through, and definitely do not ignore this. But like I said, it's not against anybody. It's just information for everybody because everybody can benefit from it from both sides of the fence.
More important than the relationship you both have. And over time, that will breed resentment. Red flag number 3, she can't apologize.
Or we can go half on the bills. I don't understand that concept of going half.
Jody's back.
That makes no sense to me. There used to be a time a man took pride in taking care of his wife, and her money is her money. I would really like to see men get back in their place of being providers and having pride in that.
If a woman can find a man to get a man to do all that for him, then all right. I don't really care what women want. I care what my woman gonna do when she with me. I don't care if I'm a billionaire. I'm not about to pay for my respect. I'm not gonna pay for your submission. It's the principalities of it. If I gotta pay you to come in this house with respect, if I gotta pay you to submit to me, then I don't want your submission and I don't want your respect. I wanna fuck with somebody who gonna respect me irregardless of my money. So what you telling me is when I lose it, you ain't gonna respect me no more? You ain't gonna submit to me no more? You gonna leave me? And it's always somebody with a bigger bag. So what you saying is your respect can be bought. And if somebody around here is willing to pay you more, you gonna go respect them. I don't want that. A woman come in the door with respect and a submission for who I am as a person, and she really fucking with me, then maybe she can earn me to do that. But that's not a given. So I don't agree with that at all. Cause you buying respect, and if you buying respect, it ain't really respect.
Or we can go half on the bills. I don't understand.
If a man has the ability,
I'm gonna let him go, guys. I'm not gonna stop it for him as well. But I was just going through. This is just real me going through videos, just getting commentary and just commentary on certain subjects, but the same subject, of course. So and it's raw and it's uncut. So and that's just how we come in. I mean, this is what it is. It's just a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? So lay back, chill. We just going through some points, some topics, and we just talking about it. Of course, if you guys have got this far in the video, please like the video, number one. Subscribe to the channel, join the family. Let's have some deeper conversations. Let's have some more conversations. And of course, if it's some subjects or something you guys want to talk about or want me to research and commentary on or add, just please put it in the comments. I usually try to monitor the comments. Small channel, we're still growing, so definitely I try to like or heart, all comments, so good or bad. So, and thank you guys for rocking with your boy. But let's go ahead and get going.
the mind, the mental sharpness, and the fortitude to come into your life and provide real infrastructure, then he is a provider. There are seasons in a person's life where they 50 might not look like half the bills, but if he shows up in other ways to supplement and make it make sense, you gotta understand that. And I'm sorry, ladies, I'm not sending this as a shot to discourage you, sending it as a shot to wake up. If the only thing you know of provision is a paycheck, then you know nothing of it. If that's what you think a man being a provider is, you have no clue what a real provider is supposed to do. That's why so many kept women are lonely.
All right, guys, I am queuing up this interview, at least part of this interview with Charleston White. What he said to me was pretty interesting, and I really hadn't looked at it from that perspective. Um, yeah, for his section, if you guys want to comment, please comment. He's been interviewed by a young lady named Tabitha, and she's a very, very, very good DJ and radio personality. So, but let's check him out. I'm not gonna. If I need to stop it, I'll stop it. But I'm gonna try to let it play all the way through without interrupting it. Okay, let's go.
When you become an adolescent, and the things that your mother say to you, if you go out there and do that with other boys, you go get treated like a punk. And if your mother try to make you tough enough to go out there and deal with the boys, she might create a killer. So when I look at most of my homeboys who really about their life and they'll really kill you or they really have killed somebody, they mothers was the kind of mothers who groomed them for the streets. Some of the most gangsterous niggas come from hoe mamas, street mamas, gang. You know the mamas we call G mamas.
Yeah.
Or they come from very loving women. Both my brother and I caught murder cases when we was children. My brother been gone over 30 years for a murder he committed when he was 17. You would think we came from the streets, but we come from a loving mother. But we were just trying to overcompensate.
And this is a surprise to even me, and I'm sure it's a surprise to the audience, hearing you speak, that the things that you talk about, it would make one think that you came from a bad upbringing or a bad household.
I don't know what it's like to be hungry.
It's interesting to hear you say that. Another controversial topic is that single moms can raise sons on their own.
No, that's impossible. You can only show them how to be a good woman. Man, we had a homeboy. He used to sit down and pee. He never seen a man stand up and pee. Because your mother teach you to sit down and pee. That psychologically does something to a boy. Boys aren't supposed to sit down and pee. But what does mama do? She gets you a pot and she train you to sit down to pee. When do you learn to stand up? When? It's a whole lot of little boys sitting down peeing. When do you learn to stand up? Because all behavior is taught. All behavior is learned. Okay, well, where do you learn to sit down? Watching mama. Why you think little boy, mama's supposed to close the door when he try to come watch her pee? Most women let her infant boy come in the room, watch her pee, watch her get dressed, and he take on those traits and characteristics from here. You can put that same baby with a wolf, and he'll behave like a wolf. So you figure by the time this kid get 9, 10 years old, he never sees a man stand up and pee. What do we learn?
Now, you talked about, I believe in one of a past interview where you said that because you didn't have the proper male guidance and what happened with you in the streets led you to go into prison, which then you believe made you into a better man. Do you still believe that right now today?
Yes, ma'am. Prison is the tool God used to strengthen and make all of us better men. Our mothers can't do it. She tried. That's why we all have to go to prison. That's why most of us who leave our single mother home have to go to prison and go meet some kind of man in prison. Say, now look out, little homie. Let me show you how to throw your right hand. Now look out. Let me show you how to block that punch. He didn't know that before he got to prison. All the things that our mother tell us to do does not help us to be better men. As a matter of fact, the things that our mothers try to raise us to be, she's raising us to be the kind of men she wouldn't even date. Mama, can I get your car keys? She'll give us her car keys all the way up until she's 30. But the man she dating, she won't. But she'll give it to her. And the man she dating sit up and say, boy, you let that boy do every goddamn thing. He can get your money. He lied to you. I lied to you, goddamn. I'm fucking you. Is he fucking you? You and your boy fucking? Motherfuckers start thinking a woman and her son fucking because she make him her man. And he be a weak motherfucking man. When he leave his mama, he be weak in a motherfucker at another woman's house trying to play man. That's why he run back to mama. That's why mama in his business and know what's going on between him and his girlfriend. That's why she wanna know. She raising him to be this weak man that she wouldn't even date her motherfucking self. Man, my mama, man, I could get in trouble at school. And man, my mama come home. We already know mama tired at the end of the week, but boy, she done got paid. Man, we already know to come home from school on Friday, clean up mama room, wash whatever dishes in that motherfucking kitchen, make that house look pretty, and say, Mama, can we go somewhere? Where you think I learned how to play on women? Playing on mama, lying to mama. Mama, I didn't do it, the teacher lying. Where you think most men learn to be promiscuous from? They mama. They don't have them, don't even like their mama. That's why they go do women the way they do women.
You don't think that behavior can change the learned behavior?
Only God can change that. And most of us are operating without some type of spiritual moral compass. We rule by our feelings and our ideologies, our beliefs.
True.
That's why we're so divided as a race and as a nation, because we don't serve a one God. The Hebrews got a God, the Muslims got a God, the Christians got a God, the Buddhists got a God, the Pimps got a God, the Crips got a God, everybody got a God. And it's all ideologies.
Hey, what do you think? Please comment. Please let me know what you think. Yeah. So I think Charleston White, he knows some points, and it's like things that are not textbook. It's things we grow up. If you grow up, I hate to say the hood, but that's what everything is classified as far as inner city type stuff. Um, a lot of us grew up like that, and a lot of us can identify with that, but a lot of us can't. So that's why I say about with information. You can take information, take it in, whether it applies to you or not. I mean, at least you get an understanding of where the other person's coming from. So again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the family. Love to have you guys along for the ride, and I'm gonna see you beautiful people next video. Peace.